Welcome to School Finance Focus, the podcast where K-12 leaders get the insights and strategies they need to make smarter financial decisions for their schools. Every episode cuts through the noise with practical conversations that actually help you manage resources, reduce stress, and keep your district moving forward. And it's all brought to you by RevTrack, trusted by thousands of schools for decades to simplify online payments and power financial confidence. This is School Finance Focus.
Today we're digging into a tool families and schools can count on every single day: school lunch accounts. We'll walk through setup, balance checks, automation, reports, and the real-world tweaks that keep mornings calm and cafeteria lines moving.
First, let's define what a school lunch account is. It functions like a prepaid digital wallet. Families load funds, cafeterias deduct purchases at checkout, and the portal records the details. It replaces cash with a secure system inside a district portal or a vendor platform. Everything lives online: registration, deposits, low balance alerts, and lunch spending reports. You get visibility into what's being purchased and the timing of refills, which turns guesswork into data you can use.
Families win on three fronts: visibility, speed, and control. Visibility means real-time balances instead of morning surprises. Speed means funding from your phone instead of driving to the office. Control means you can cap spending, set alerts, and review history. And when there are multiple kids, a single login usually shows all profiles, which puts all information in a single dashboard.
Schools benefit too. Cash handling drops, blinds move faster, and reconciliation tightens up. In districts that shift from manual systems to digital, transaction time shrinks, errors decline with less hand entry, and end-of-day totals close faster. In many cases, reconciliation times that once took hours are cut down to a few minutes. That freed up time can be devoted to other areas of need.
Let's start by talking about how to locate the right portal. The district website usually links to its preferred platform. If it isn't obvious, the Food Services Office will point you there. Second, register and link your child. You'll need a student ID, school building, and your email for notifications. During enrollment windows, the system might lag a bit, but information is usually there by the next day.
Next, add a payment method and fund the account. This is where automation is huge. Set a low balance threshold and a refill amount that fits your budget. When the balance dips below your threshold, the refill posts automatically. There's also one more piece worth calling out: prepaid cadence. If you prefer manual rhythm, schedule a weekly or monthly top-up and keep auto refill off. You still get alerts, but you control the timing of funds.
Security is vital, too. Stick with PCI DSS compliant vendors. That certification means careful handling of stored cards, strong encryption, and routine audits. Families should treat that badge as a must-have.
Now the daily routine. Balance checks take seconds. Most portals show a live figure on a dashboard or in a mobile app. Turn on low balance alerts to catch dips before checkout. If auto refill is enabled, the alert becomes confirmation instead of a warning. If it's off, the alert is your prompt to add funds. The point is to avoid that midline stall that turns a simple meal into a stressful moment.
Purchase history is really useful too. The log itemizes meals and snacks, so conversations at home are clearer. If you spot a dessert streak or a pattern of skipping entrees, you talk about it. The report helps you aim changes at the cause, not the symptom.
Restrictions and caps can help. Many platforms let you block certain items or set a daily spending ceiling. That isn't a penalty. It's a boundary that protects the budget and supports nutrition goals. Families with older students often split controls by child. One threshold higher, one lower, because appetites and schedules differ. It's the same login, but different settings.
Let's talk multi-child households. A practical setup looks like this: one parent account, both students linked, individual thresholds tuned to each pattern. If your high schooler buys breakfast and lunch, a higher threshold makes sense. If your third grader buys only lunch, a smaller buffer is fine. The dashboard keeps all of this visible without extra clicks.
District operations also improve with digital payment systems. Less cash means fewer counting errors and fewer end-of-day discrepancies. Transaction times shrink because scanning or tapping is faster than fishing out coins. Participation often ticks up when checkout is simple, and that matters for planning inventory and staffing. For districts in the National School Lunch Program, digital records support compliance, claims, and audits. That alignment yields smoother reporting and cleaner accountability.
Meal debt is a real pressure point. When balances slide, it affects families and schools. The trend in unpaid balances has moved upward in recent years in many places, which adds stress to everyone involved. Automation tackles the problem directly. Early alerts, refills, posted on time and accounts staying above water.
Troubleshooting helps too. If your student isn't found in the system, verify the ID with the school office. If a payment method won't save, switch from browser to mobile app or vice versa. If you see duplicate charges, export the transaction report and share it with food services. Most platforms let staff reconcile quickly. And if auto refill triggers more than you want, raise the threshold slightly and drop the refill increment, which smooths the pattern without increasing spend.
What about families dealing with budgetary constraints?
Families managing tight budgets can layer strategy. Prepaid weekly loads create a predictable ceiling. Alerts catch drift. Item restrictions prevent impulse buys. At the end of the day, small, consistent rules are easier to maintain than complicated exceptions. The reality is that consistency beats intensity here. A 60-second Friday review often prevents a 20-minute Monday scramble.
Let's fold in nutrition. Reports reveal habits. Protein skipped, beverages overrepresented, sides ignored. A simple approach is to set a goal for the week, then check on Friday. If the pattern matches the goal, stay the course. If not, adjust with menu planning at home or a cap on less helpful extras. The point isn't to micromanage every bite. It's to gently steer habits using data that's already in your account.
Accessibility and dignity matter. Digital systems reduce the awkwardness of paying in line and standardize the experience for every student. For families using free or reduced price meals, the same account flow applies, which reduces stigma and still gives you balance and purchase visibility. That continuity with the same system and same steps keeps the routine simple for everyone.
Special cases come up. If a student has allergies or dietary needs, coordinate with food services and note any restrictions in the platform if the option exists. Some districts allow pre-ordering or item-level blocking. And if you're moving between schools mid-year, ask to transfer the balance because many systems support it. If you need a refund at year's end, request it through the portal or the district office.
The data improves planning. Real-time participation signals demand and cuts waste. Faster reconciliation lowers the background noise of accounting errors. Staff hours shift from cash counting to service and oversight. And when families can self-serve, support tickets trend down. The ecosystem works better when every part of the cycle is visible.
I want to build a quick mental note for our listeners. Portal, profiles, payment, alerts, automation, reports, refine. That's the main branch of the system. Everything else, like caps, restrictions, and special cases, split off from that main branch as needed.
Let's add a few pro moves. First, pick round numbers for thresholds and refills. Say a $15 trigger with a $25 refill, so your brain remembers the pattern. Second, align refills with pay cycles if you prefer manual cadence. Third, if your student's schedule changes with sports or clubs, raise the threshold for the season and bring it back down later. Those small adjustments prevent friction without reinventing your setup.
Families often ask about visibility across households. Many districts allow multiple guardians to access the same student profile with separate logins. That keeps both homes informed without extra messages. If the platform supports contribution splits, decide who handles base funding and who tops up, then use alerts to coordinate.
Before we wrap up, let's tackle privacy.
Stick to official links, never share passwords, and use two-factor authentication if offered. Save the portal as a bookmark or home screen icon. The fewer steps between you and the dashboard, the more likely you'll keep the habit. Habits are the real engine behind smooth school days.
We've covered the why and the how, plus the small adjustments that make the system feel personal rather than generic. There is one last step worth making. Take 10 minutes to set this up now while the details are fresh in your mind. The payoff lands tomorrow morning when the routine just works.
Here's the final fast recap. 1. Find your district portal. 2. Link students with IDs. 3. Add payment and fund. 4. Enable alerts. 5. Choose auto refill or weekly cadence. 6. Review purchases after week 1. 7. Adjust thresholds, refill amounts, and any item caps. 8. Revisit settings at grading periods, sports seasons, or menu changes. That rhythm keeps balance, nutrition, and convenience aligned without adding chores.
We've covered a lot, so hopefully you're walking away with some helpful nuggets. We'd love to have you join the conversation, so if you found this beneficial, hit that like button. Also, feel free to drop any questions or maybe your own ideas in the comments. It's awesome getting feedback on what's working in your schools. And don't forget to subscribe, because we've got plenty more great episodes lined up that you won't want to miss.